Well, hello everyone, it's me, Mary or Hawk. Welcome back to another video. Today's video is all about 3 things you can do this Samhain while the veil is thinning during this year 2024. Obviously, it's okay if your beliefs differ from mine. All I ask is that people be respectful towards each other and they don't proselytize to each other or try to convert anyone in my comments. Being disrespectful or trying to proselytize to others or force them to be the religion that you are will not be tolerated in my comment section and will frankly just get you blocked. Okay? Okay, so please respect that boundary. Be respectful towards each other. So what's these things that you can do during Samhain or while the veil is thinning? The first thing that I advise people doing when the veil is thinning is to protect and ward your space and yourself. Have protection things on you, whether you carry crystals around with you or crystal jewelry that can be protective. Having a little charm or a talisman or amulet in your pocket, in your shoe, all these sorts of things can really be useful, especially because there's more spiritual energies and entities that are heightened and roaming around more during this time because the veil is thinning. Just as you would also have a lock on your doors to your home, you should also have barriers and protection and protective measures magically as well, because again, the veil is thinning and you don't necessarily want who knows who and who knows what coming into your space, just as you have a lock on your door to prevent strangers who may mean you harm from coming in your space, not to scare you, but frankly that's what it's for, or unwanted people from coming into your space. The same can be said magically, especially when the veil thins. I think it's important that you have protections up, re-up your protections if you have any, make new protections if you feel intuitively called to, and likewise have a good cleansing practice, because things can attach themselves to you. I tend to be a bit of an emotional and energetic sponge. I absorb everyone else's energies, and so having a good cleansing practice in addition to protective practices is really, really important for this time of year. A good crystal for this sort of thing, good crystals for all these sorts of things will be smoky quartz, hematite, and satin spar selenite, and black tourmaline. But all 4 of those are really excellent crystals. This is good for cleansing and charging the satin spar selenite. Tourmaline's really good for protective, though it does need to be cleansed quite frequently because it can absorb a lot. Smoky quartz will transmute any negativity and malicious entity into something more positive. And hematite is really good for sending whatever is being sent your way back to the source and keeping it away from you, to shield and reflect it away from you. You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense, but in general, it's good to have a good cleansing and protective practice, especially during this time of year, but in general throughout your magical practice, but especially as the veil thins, it's important to have these extra safety measures, because you don't want who knows who and who knows what that you don't necessarily want in your space coming into your space and causing some mischief or worse, harm. So frankly, it's good for you, especially when the veil thins, to have some protective measures, and that is number 1. Number 2 is, because the veil is thinning, it now is a really good time to commune with your ancestors, your spirit guides, and your deities, or even infernal beings too. If you are of that type of practice or you lean that way, commune with the spiritual beings in your life. This is a very good time because the veil is thin and there's less of a barrier between you and the entities that you are trying to commune with intentionally. Just be sure to have some protective measures, like I said, just as you have locks on your door and you check who's there through the peephole. Kind of do that spiritually and magically. Be like, okay, I only let in this person specifically that I intend to let in, and nobody else. And that is important, especially when you're doing spiritual work, especially if you're working with the dead. I feel like that is especially important. Likewise, be sure to be really in tune with your intuition. Listen to what it's trying to tell you and try to discern what it's saying. What is your inner guidance, your inner truth, your inner knowing saying? Where do you feel it? Do you feel it in your gut? Try to discern what your intuition feels like, where you feel it, and just listen to it. And even if it doesn't seem logical, listen to it, because your intuition does know what is truth and what is relevant and what is for your best and highest good, and it's important that you listen to that. Likewise, pay attention to the signs and synchronicities around this time. Because the veil is thin, you're going to see more, most likely, signs and synchronicities throughout your life, and just paying attention to what's there can be really, really important. Sorry if that paused. Yeah, paying attention to what's there can be really, really important. My boyfriend just texted me over Snapchat, even though he knows I'm recording. I love him, but tangent aside, it's good to really have an eye out, be in tune with your intuition at this time, and commune with your ancestors, your loved ones, your beings, your best and highest good, the guides, your deities, and also infernal beings if you go that route too, or any other types of like land spirits, that type of thing. Those entities, spiritual beings in general, this is a good time to commune with them. Just be sure to look through that magical peephole and lock the door behind you when you shut it after you've let whoever you intend to let in, if you catch my drift. Number 3. Now, number 3 is, as Samhain is considered by many, if I recall correctly, to be the witch's new year. This is a really good time to examine and set new goals. Examine your goals and set new goals, and try to re-up your goals. If you want to continue a goal from last year to into this next year, go ahead, do it. And now is a really good time to, and just to reassess your priorities and set what you want straight and have new plans, new ideas, and things that you really want to grow into for this next year. Especially because this year, 2024, is this Samhain is specifically right before the dark moon. I think it's really important that you set your goals. You maybe do some reinitiations if you feel called to do that, or initiate yourself, period. If you feel called to the craft, initiate yourself. Start that dedication, start that initiation. Get yourself really honed into your magic, into your power, into your craft, into your tradition. Now is a really good time to really initiate yourself and to reprioritize and reset your goals and set new goals, even, especially because this year's Samhain lies right before the dark moon, right before the new moon. Now is a very excellent time to be doing this type of thing. These initiatory goal setting work is really good for right now. So again, 3 is really, the third point is to re-examine, reprioritizing and setting new goals and objectives, and reinitiating or reinvigorating your craft at this time of year, especially this year, 2024. This Samhain is an especially good idea because it lies right before the dark moon or new moon. So to summarize or recap, what are 3 things you could do? 1, protective practices. Lock your doors and look through the peephole to make sure you know who you're letting in, and make sure you're letting in who you think you're letting in, and just tune into your intuition. Cleanse off the extra things that might be stuck to you this time of year, that might try to stick to you this time of year. Just cleanse it off. But just upkeep spiritual hygiene, especially when the veil is thin. And to also commune with your loved ones, your ancestors, your deities, your spirit guides, infernal beings you might work with, whoever you might work with. Really, now is a good time, while the veil is thinning, to commune with them. It'll come a lot easier. Keep your eye out and your mind's eye out for the signs and synchronicities. Really listen to your gut when it tells you, hey, that's relevant to you. Pay attention. When your gut gives you that tell, pay attention. And of course, like I said, reprioritize and set new goals, and also reinitiate yourself, rededicate yourself, and really reinvigorate your craft. This is a perfect time of year, especially as this Samhain lies right before the new moon or dark moon. So with that being said, I hope this video was inspiring. Let me know what you're doing for this year's Samhain, and let me know if any of these points resonated with you, or if they didn't, that's cool too. Again, just as long as you be respectful towards mine and other people's beliefs, that is all that matters. As always, stay magical. This is Hawk or Mary signing out. Have a wonderful day, and have a wonderful Samhain.